Hi guys, happy Summerween. I am so excited to be filming this vlog. I'm planning on doing 2 to 3 Summerween vlogs. We're just gonna see how it kind of ends up working out, but this will be the first vlog in the series. We're gonna pick out my TBR, we're gonna get some reading done, we're gonna make a blueberry pie, so I'm really excited. Let's go ahead and get into it. My plan for this, I am loosely following the prompts from Gabby Reads, who is running a Summerween readathon currently, and then I'm going to use my Scooby Doo bingo board to make my specific picks because they have more specific prompts. So that's kind of my plan for this. My patrons also voted, the meddlers voted on 2 books for this, and I will pop the graphic on screen. They had 5 options to pick for. Top 2 books with the most votes were the ones that were gonna make it into this video for sure. And yeah, we're just gonna have a fun week-long vlog readathon style like challenge with this. I'm so excited. Let me know if you're participating and what you're reading for Summerween. I'm so excited to just dive into mysteries and thrillers, my favorite genres, and get some really good reading done. So let's go ahead and hop into the Scooby Doo bingo game and select our reads. Alright, hi guys! So I'm going to be playing my Scooby Doo bingo TBR game. So I bought this on Amazon. If you hear little footprints in the background, that's little toe taps, that's my dog. But I bought this, and basically, if you're new to my channel, I put a TBR prompt on each of the bingo cards. I get to pick a bingo board each time, and then the first bingo that I make, whether that's horizontal, vertical, diagonal, whatever, the first 4 that I get in a row, I will then pick those prompts out and choose my TBR. So we're gonna do that. I also have 2 books from my patrons that they voted on, so let's go and pick. I want to pick one that's got like some nice spooky vibes. This one looks really spooky for Summerween with the bat, the villains on it. So let's do that one. My friend Maddie made me this kind of like prompt scratcher last year, so I'm still going through it. I think I want to scratch this one or this one. I don't know. I'm going to scratch this one, I think. So let's see what prompt we get from this. A gifted book. Okay. Awesome. So I'm going to take that as anything I've received as a gift from like friends or family, or like if like a publisher sent me something, we'll pick something for that. But let's go ahead and do our bingo game first and foremost. Alright, so let's go ahead and just start picking some random ones, see if I have any spots for this. We don't have a Fred. We don't have the Phantom. We do have our the Tiki Ghost here. So let's put that one there. I'm gonna put that aside in case we get to do that one. Characters are far away from home. We have that right there. Don't have the Snow Ghost. Let's see. No. Let's do these 2. We have Pirate Daphne. Okay, let's do this one. No fingerprint. Feeling no dog tag. Let's do these 2. We don't have a pizza or a treasure box. We have Scooby Snacks. A food cozy, that would be fun. Don't have the regular Daphne. No pterodactyl ghost. Let's do these 2. We don't have a hot dog or the ghost. Okay, let's try these. No shoe. We have a Laughing Scooby, and we don't have Minor 49er, so let's get the Laughing Scooby marked. So we actually have, if we get the flashlight, we'll have a bingo this way. Let's see. Don't have her. Nope. We have the Creeper, the last book you bought. Ooh, okay. So we have a potential here as well if we get Velma. And let's see. Oh, hamburger. Oh, here we have a 3-way tie right now for the bingo. We just need this Creeper for that one. Okay. We don't have the Scared Scooby and Shaggy. Let's see. We have the paw print, a new release from this year. Oh wow. Okay, now we have one from if we get the bat. So we have a 4-way potential here. If we get the bat, the flashlight, Velma, or this Creeper. Don't have that one. No mummies. Let's see. No mummy. Oh no, we do have a mummy. What am I saying? We have this mummy here. Okay, so if we get the skull now. Oh, this is, okay. This is gonna be, oh, here we go. We got Velma, so this is the winning bingo. So, let's clear these off. We have Pirate Daphne, Creeper, Zombie Guy, Velma, and the Laughing Scooby. So let me grab the prompts for those. Okay, so we have the gifted book prompt from this here. We have bookish theme, a millennial sleuth, dog on the cover, and the last book you bought. And I'm trying to, honestly, the last book I bought might be an audiobook. All right, let's go take a look at the books and see what we have going here. Okay, so this is one of my TBR shelves for my physical TBR, and I have a few books on here I think will work nicely. So for starters, I'm going to do Millennial Sleuth and Murder on Mustang Beach. This is the second in the Outer Banks. Oh, actually, let's do bookish theme. Let's do the bookish theme. This is the second in the Outer Banks Bookshop Mystery Series by Alicia Bissett. I really enjoyed book one. It's a very summery feeling series right on the beach, and I think this will be really, really fun. It's a good series, a little bit of a darker cozy in terms of topic, at least based on the first book, but we'll do that one. And then for gifted book, I was gifted this by Kensington. This is Murder at the Wham Bam Club by Carolyn Marie Wilkins. It's a historical fiction mystery. I believe it's on the cozier side. It's a psychics and soul food mystery that takes place in the 1920s, where a young psychic in small town Illinois helps the Black community fight crime and corruption in this thrilling historical mystery by a real-life psychic medium and jazz pianist. So I think this one sounds really interesting. It does come out this month on the 29th, so I want to get this arc read if I can. So that'll be our gifted pick. All right, guys, so to decide for the tiebreaker for the last book, what I'm going to do is I have a copy of Defending Angels here, and then this is going to be my stand-in for Escape Clause because I would listen to that in audio, so I don't have a physical copy. I'm going to put a TREAT on top both of these and then let him loose. Whichever one he eats first will be the pick, just as a tiebreaker situation. I thought it'd be more fun than flipping a coin, so let's see how this goes. So my current problem is getting him far enough away from me holding the TREATs. Okay. It took good sit, Mr. Bo. Why don't you go all the way over there? Go get your treat. Okay, there they are. Okay, Defending Angels. Side effect of this, I'm gonna have to wipe these covers down. That's okay. So we will be reading Defending Angels for this vlog. So thank you, Mr. Boaz, for your contribution to our Summerween TBR. Then we already had Mr. Boaz pick Defending Angels, which is a Beaufort and Company mystery by Mary Stanton. This is like a southern supernatural cozy where a sleuth, who I believe is a lawyer, helps a ghost solve their murder or something along those lines. So I thought this would be really spooky and fun for Summerween. And then the other one that my patrons picked was The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I have been working through his backlist. For the most part, I really enjoy Riley Sager thrillers, so I'm super excited for this one. So that leaves us with Dog on the Cover, The Last Book You Bought, and Millennial Sleuth. Now, I buy most of my books used, and I buy a lot of them usually at once, so I truly don't remember the exact last book I bought. I don't know. That's kind of rough. Oh, Millennial Sleuth, though. I might have to do the last book I picked up from my library for this, just like the last book that I have recently snagged, basically. I think that's a fair enough pick. But Millennial Sleuth, I have one up here. I think this would be a whole lot of fun. This is Hot Pot Murder by Jennifer J. Chow. This is the second in the LA Night Market Mystery Series. I've been meaning to get to this for such a long time. It involves two... Oh, I could do Millennial Sleuth for this too. It involves two cousins who I believe in their late 20s, very late 20s, so I think they would be millennial age just about, and they solve some mysteries together, so I think we'll do that for Millennial Sleuth. I really want to grab another thriller or two. So I'm thinking here for The Last Book You Bought, I very recently picked up Kill Your Darlings by Peter Swanson. I just grabbed this from the library in my recent haul, so I think that's a fair The Last Book You Bought kind of prompt. And I really don't know much about this. I think it's about a couple and you're kind of going back in time to leading to what death do us part, something along those lines. I'm really curious about this one. Don't know much about it. I'll give you guys a synopsis as I get into it. And then the last prompt is dog on the cover, which is probably going to be a cozy mystery. And you know what? Let's do Dead, White, and Blue by Annie McEwen. This is the second in Northwoods Mystery Book 2. I loved Book 1, and this is a 4th of July cozy, which does feel kind of Summerween. I know Summerween is also about embracing, of course, fall and Halloween, but I also like to read summary reads during it, so I think this will be a fun one. And there's not one, but 2 dogs on the cover, so we will read this one. So let's take a look at our overall picks. Alright, so I think this is a nice selection. I have 2 thrillers, Kill Your Darlings by Peter Swanson, The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I have Murder on Mustang Beach by Alicia Bissett, which is a cozy, a little on the darker side. Murder at the Wham Bam Club, which is historical fiction. Dead, White, and Blue by Annie McEwen, Defending Angels, which is supernatural, and then Hot Pot Murder by Jennifer J. Chow. So I think this will be really interesting. And also, just for accountability measures, I'm going to throw in Midsummer Mysteries by Agatha Christie. I don't plan on finishing this entire book during Summerween, but I would like to make some progress in this as it is on my summer TBR. And what is better for Summerween than Agatha Christie? So we're going to add that in as some extra. And this will be my TBR. I'll probably listen to some audio as well, but this is going to be the bulk of it. I'm going to do my best to get through all of this. So here we go. Alright guys, so we do have our selections now, and I do want to give a quick reading update. I have started The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I'm about 100 pages in. There's 370 some pages, so I'm over a quarter of the way in. Very much enjoying this. Our main character is Emma, and she, as a teenager, was at this summer camp for the very wealthy, all girls, and she had 3 cabin mates, and all of them disappeared one night. She saw them slipping out of the cabin. They were never seen again. No bodies were found. It's presumed they died. And now as an adult, she has found a way back to this camp. She's going to be working there over the summer, and she wants to really figure out what happened that night. I love it. The title is so intriguing, and this is going by so quickly. I'm anticipating this will be a good 4 to 5 star read. It feels very solid, so I'm excited for that. I also read 3 of the short stories in Midsummer Mysteries from Agatha Christie, and I'm really enjoying this. My favorite so far has been The Double Clue, which is an Hercule Poirot short story. I found that one really interesting. There's also a short story of Death on the Nile, which has Parker, I think it's Parker Pine in it as the main sleuth, and I've never actually read any Agatha Christie's with him. He was a cool character, and it was a really enjoyable read, so I am looking forward to continuing this. Then, to help me out, because this is quite the stack of books here, to help me out, I found that Defending Angels by Mary Stanton is actually included on Audible right now with a membership, so I'm gonna try to listen to this on audio, I think, to help me out with this big stack. But otherwise, I'm really excited. So we're gonna make a blueberry pie either tonight or tomorrow morning. We have some guests coming over for like a belated 4th of July thing, and I thought it'd be fun to make a blueberry pie, so we're gonna prep for that. We're gonna have some cozy fun times. We're gonna do some coloring at some point, probably watch some like kind of Halloween Scooby Doo or like movie type things. We're gonna have some fun. I want to paint my nails. It's gonna be a cozy day, so let's go ahead and hop into this vlog. Hi guys! So I just finished The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, and this is by far one of my favorite Riley Sager books. Lock Every Door has been my favorite so far. Oh, Bowie! Hi, Mr. Boaz. If you hear little pitter patters, that would be Bowie. And The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. Wow. I finished this over half an hour ago and my mind is still reeling. I'm loving this. I loved this. I just, everything about it. I couldn't put it down. I was so fascinated with it. I was like racing through to finish work today so I could read more of this, which is exactly how I want a thriller, or really any book, but especially a thriller, something fast-paced to make me feel. The ending for this, oh, I did not see that coming. I was just sitting there like, come again? Come again? What? But yeah, it made so much sense. It was one of those really satisfying endings where it wasn't out of left field where you don't look back and see any breadcrumbs, but yet it made sense. Like there were breadcrumbs, it made sense, it was satisfying, and it was like it made sense with the characters and everything, and I just loved it. So this is definitely gonna move up as one of my favorite Riley Sagers. Wow, if you're looking for a really good summer camp, quite literally, I mean, you're at Camp Nightingale. It is a summer camp with a big lake with some kind of legends and everything. Riley Sager really seems to have a thing with like creepy old houses or buildings and lakes. A lot of his books, but I'm here for it. I love it. This was great. This was absolutely incredible. I think the only one on his backlist I need to read now is Survive the Night, and then his new one that just came out, With a Vengeance. So I'm curious about both of those. I've heard really good things about Survive the Night. Do you want to say hi, Mr. Bo? Say hi? Alright. And yeah, I'm going to keep reading Dead, White, and Blue tonight. I'm really enjoying it so far. I mean, Emmy is a wonderful character. Cooper's Cove in the Northwood, Wisconsin area is lovely. So I'm so looking forward to like already the small bits of immersing myself back into the world. I'm so excited for that. Oh, hi. Hi, Mr. Bo. He says hello. He says hello, YouTube. So yeah, anyways, I am absolutely thrilled with The Last Time I Lied. I was, you know, going into it with pretty high expectations because I've liked all of Riley Sager's books. They've all been like 4 to 5 stars for me, except for The House Across the Lake. I don't talk about that one. Don't, just, if you know, you know. I cannot. That book makes me so mad. Anyways, all the other books I've read by Riley Sager have been knockouts, amazing thrillers for the most part. So I was so excited that this is another one to add to that list. Oh, it's just so satisfying. I wish I could talk about the ending, but I can't talk about the ending. But it's just so good. Had a really nice day though. I enjoyed doing some cozy coloring this morning. Watched Scooby Doo and the Boo Brothers, if you're wondering what that was, if you didn't quite catch the title. That was a favorite from my childhood. I still really enjoy it. It's super campy, but it's fun. The Boo Brothers are basically like ghostly Three Stooges, basically. Like kind of a version of that, and they help Scooby, Shaggy, and Scrappy throughout this one. So really fun. It's one of my favorites. It's not technically a Halloween one, but it's like very spooky and dark and thematic for Summerween, I thought. So I watched that while I was coloring. Anyways, this was fantastic. I am socks blown off, 5 stars. Great way to kick off a Summerween, really any reading vlog, but especially a Summerween one. This was a very strong read. I'm so excited. Can't believe it took me this long to get to this one, but I'm excited I finally did. So Dead, White, and Blue is my next one, going really well. I'm about to start Defending Angels on audio because I just wrapped up the book I was listening to on that pre-Summerween. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. We're gonna go ahead and hopefully get some cookies baked, read some more. I'll probably give you guys an update in the morning. I'm planning on wrapping this first part of the Summerween vlog up tomorrow, and then this will be like part 1 of my Summerween vlog, and I'll have like a big part 2. Kind of my plan. It could pivot a little bit, but that's the general gist. So we'll see you tomorrow. guys, I'm gonna do this as a final wrap-up clip for this vlog. I started Murder at the Wham Bam Club right now by Carolyn Marie Wilkins. I'm on page 145 out of about 260 pages. Again, this is an arc. It is coming out at the end of this month on the 29th. This is the first in the Psychics and Soul Food Mystery series. I love this. So I'm not getting on camera right now because I have a splitting headache. It's just a splitting headache. So that's why I'm filming with my hand. But I love this. I cannot express. This is the only thing that's taken my attention away from my splitting headache, basically. So that in itself is amazing. Our main character in this is Nola. She is 21. She is a widow, and she is back in this small town in Illinois, and she's helping to find what happened to this schoolgirl basically in the area. So she kind of goes undercover at the school to try to, get their confidence, since she's pretty close in age to a lot of the teen girls in there. I think the story has such immersive writing. I really feel like I'm walking the streets of Agate, Illinois. I'm not sure if that's actually a real town. I'm not too familiar with Illinois, but I will check that out. But I am so enjoying this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I thought I would enjoy this, otherwise I wouldn't have picked it up, but I am really enjoying it. Like I said, the writing is so immersive. I feel like I can picture every scene and the setting so wonderfully. I love Nola. I think she's a really likable, realistic, but perceptive character, and I'm really enjoying reading from her perspective. I love her Aunt Sarah, who's a really developed psychic, so that in itself, really, really interesting. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about this. I am feeling very strong 5-star potential here. Definitely 4 stars at minimum, unless the ending really doesn't make sense or something like that. But this is feeling very optimistic. I'm really excited for this, truly. So this is a wonderful, wonderful book. I'm flying through this, so that's wonderful. I also started Defending Angels by Mary Stanton on audio today, and I'm really curious what you guys think. I looked at the audiobook cover, and it's not cozy looking at all, even though the book cover that I have is cozy looking. So it's very interesting, but so far it does feel like a cozy, kind of supernatural mystery. I'm only 3 chapters in, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the chapters are very long, so it's actually a decent chunk. I listened to that while I was walking Boaz this morning, as you guys were seeing. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with everything. I read more of Dead, White, and Blue last night before bed. Really, really enjoying that. I'm over 100 pages in, so I'm planning to get this one finished, hopefully tomorrow. I'm hoping, honestly, to finish these next 2 in the next, day or so. We're hoping. Both are really good, and this one does take place in October. If you are curious, if you like to read things seasonally, this would be a really good fall pick. And yeah, I'm just so excited about this. I mean, I'm really loving Dead, White, and Blue, but I very much expected to, because this is the second in a series. I really, really loved book 1. And this one here is a completely new author and series to me, so that's why I think I'm just so excited about this Summerween reading vlog, because The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager was an absolute knockout, and both of these books are feeling like 4 to 5 star reads for me, so that's awesome. And then Defending Angels, again, is a new series and author to me. So far, so good. I mean, it's feeling like it could be a good read, and I'm curious to see where it's gonna go. So yeah, that is gonna be my final reading update for this. Sorry it's a little low-key, but like I said, I just have a splitting headache. Don't even want to I'm reclined on the couch right now. This is what I'm working with, but these are going well. I will give you guys updates in my Summerween finale vlog, so I'm planning on having it hopefully up on Sunday, maybe Monday, and that will be the second half of Summerween. So I hope to see you then. Hit subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Please let me know if you're participating in Summerween and what you're reading, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!